Hello, my fellow Kenyans. Gakonga, the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. My fellow Kenyans, today I want us to say together in one voice to Football Kenya Federation, stop selling false dreams to our Kenyan youths. Because we know there's a group of youths who are 24 years of age being homeschooled in Nairobi and training at a place called Dome in Nairobi. FKF had to go through a group of 17,000 youths just to select 24 youths that they brought to Nairobi to homeschool them in Nairobi at a place called Dome and to train them at a place called Wadidegra. And this happened in 2015. And these youths, from the age of 13, they are expected to take us to the World Cup in the year 2026. First of all, I condemn this because we cannot select youths at the age of 12 and at the age of 13 and tell them that you are the one who is going to take us to the World Cup in the year 2026. Yeah, that is a long time for these youths to be carrying this dream that they must take Kenya to the World Cup. This can also have a very serious psychological damage, mental damage, and it can damage you. It can have long-term damage to our youths, because these 24 youths, if they don't manage to take Kenya to the World Cup in the year 2026, or if some of them will be told later on, like 4 years down the road, 5 years down the road, that they don't have the correct talent that is needed to play for Harambee Stars, and yet they were selected at the age of 12, and they were told that you are good enough, you are going to take us to the World Cup, something serious will happen. Some of these youths, they are going to have psychological damage and long-term psychological damage. Some of these youth will require serious counseling to get them back to the right track. Now, this is something that should not happen in Kenya. What we should do is have a system that involves all the youths, so that the youths can continue to play football as part of their life, and youths should not be taken from their families at the age of 12, and be taken somewhere in Nairobi to be told this is going to be your home, this is where you'll be schooling and you'll be training here, and until the year 2026 when you will take us to the World Cup. For me, to separate a youth at that age from their parent, you are denying them their family life. This should not happen, and that's why even in England it is not allowed to take youths who are under the age of 16 because of football, to move them from one place to another in search of a football dream. That is very wrong. I work with youths here in England and I understand what I'm talking about. I feel sorry for these youths because I know not all of them that are going to make it. Yeah, football does not work like that. But if they were still living within their families and doing school while they are living with their family, football would be part of their whole life. So then it would not be a culture shock when they don't make it, when the time comes, when they are 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, they will just accept that is the way things are, and they'll focus in a different career in life. But right now, these youths have been told by FKF, you are here because you are talented, you are going to take us to the World Cup in 2026. I tell you now, youth talent emerge at a different stage. Some of the youths that FKF left out there, in that group, 17,000 that was left out there to rot, some of those talent at the age of 20 perhaps will be better than the ones that FKF selected. And that is why it is not allowed to only select a few talent when youths are young. You're supposed to have a system where we nurture all of them, and as they grow, we can see who is going to play for Harambee Stars or for any other club. That is how the system should go. This model of nurturing just 24 youths, that should be left to football clubs in Kenya. Gor Mahia, AFC Leopard, Sofapaka, and all of those. Those are the ones who should be developing these youths. FKF should focus on something different, bigger picture for our Kenyan football, so that all youths in the country can access football. Girls can access football. Football should be, our Kenyan football should be people-centered football, so that people are able to access football. I know very well FKF president said that Lamu, Samburu, and Tana River, there is no football. And yet, they are still doing this thing where they take 24 youths and bring them in Nairobi and nurture them there and forget the rest. My fellow Kenyans, this is very dangerous for our football. We are heading to the wrong direction. Now, you know, in the last FKF election, only I want to talk about Nyeri. Only 6 clubs in Nyeri voted for the last FKF election. In Muranga, only 6 clubs that participated in FKF elections just few weeks ago. How comes Muranga, a county of 750,000 people? I know there are a lot of youths there. Nyeri the same, a county of 750,000 people. I know there are a lot of youths there. How comes that Muranga has only 3 clubs that can participate in FKF election? Nyeri has only 6 clubs that can participate in FKF election. This is shameful. This is really serious. And I keep saying that our Kenyan football require a holistic approach and a total football evolution so that we can have a new beginning for our Kenyan football. Genesis, a new beginning. Now, the other thing is this. We keep telling youths that we are going to train them in Kenya and then they are going to play football in Europe. In fact, I saw those youths that are being homeschooled in Nairobi. I saw them being interviewed by one of the media stations in Kenya, and they said that their dream is to make it and to go and play football in Europe. My fellow Kenyans, statistic tells you this. In the last 20 years, only 6 Kenyan players have made it to professional level and have made it to play in Europe. Goalkeeper Origi, Arnold Origi, McNaughton Mariga, Victor Wanyama, Dennis Oliech, Ayub Timbe, and Olunga and Joanna Amolo. That is 6 players in the last 20 years. So that means even 1 year we do not have 1 player who makes it in professional to play in Europe. And now we keep nurturing our youths and telling them that we're gonna take them to play football in Europe. This is wrong. We are selling dead dreams. In Europe, I keep saying, regulations have been put in place to limit the number of foreign players. The other thing is that Kenya right now is in FIFA ranking number 107. Unless a country is above 72 FIFA ranking, no player can come from that country to come and play in England. Therefore, Kenya has no chance for ever playing in England. No player in Kenya has a chance for ever playing in England because our FIFA ranking is so bad. Even if you are scouted, you could not be allowed by England FA to play in England. So what do we need to do? We need to sort our Kenyan football system. We need to make our football better. We need to grow our football. We need to create opportunities for our youths in Kenya. The future of our youths is in Kenya. We need to sort our football matters seriously. We need to eliminate the rot in our football. We need to eliminate the rot in our football governing body. We need to eliminate corruption. We need to eliminate bad governance. And this is why the only cure for our Kenyan football is a total football evolution so that we have a new start. What is there is nothing to repair. Our Kenya resembles 17th century football. We are 100 years behind in matters of football. Therefore, we have no time to waste. We really need to sort the issues of our Kenyan football. When you see these problems within football, within Kenyan football, especially during the time of elections, these problems are reflecting to something bigger: the rotten system of football in Kenya. Therefore, I'll say it again. A total football evolution is the answer for our Kenyan football. A total new beginning is the only way forward. And I must say again and again, the future of our youths is in Kenya. Unless we sort our football system, we shall continue to sell youths dead dreams. And one day, we shall come to pay back this selling dead hope and dead dreams to our youths. Starting from FKF, it is not good. FKF, you have failed our youths, you have failed Kenyan football, you have failed Kenyan economy, you have failed Kenyan football governance and management. Kenyan football has not had good football leadership for a very long time. My fellow Kenyans, we cannot wait any longer. We need to have our football sorted soon and very soon. And my fellow Kenyans, I want you to take care of Corona. And remember, things will get better. Life after Corona will be better. Life will be there as it was before Corona. But my fellow Kenyans, I wanted us to address this issue well so that FKF knows that the model of developing 24 youth in expense of 17,000 youths who are left out there without football to rot, without a good football system that can nurture them, it is very wrong. And for a long time in Kenya, we have been focusing on talented ones only, and then we leave everyone out there to rot. No wonder there are no fans to attend Kenyan football. Football, even in Kenya Premier League, is being played in empty stadiums because for a long time we have just been focusing in talented ones, in talent, and we've forgotten everyone else. Football is supposed to be people-centered football. That is the only way a country can benefit from football. My fellow Kenyans, if one or two youths in this group that is in Wadidegra, that is being housed in Dome, if one or two youths makes it or is being sold, who is going to earn the money from that sale? Because right now they are being nurtured using money, using taxpayers' money and using money that FIFA gives to Kenya. And the youths who are left out there, they need somehow to benefit from this money if one of the player was going to be sold or was going to play somewhere. For example, I know there is one or two youths who are over the age of 17 and they are playing in one or two of the professional clubs in Kenya. But my point is, who is their agent? Who sold them? Where did the money go? And in future, if they are sold somewhere, let's say, you know, in the name of God, let's say they were sold somewhere in Europe, who is going to pocket that money? These are questions Kenyans should be asking themselves, because we must also begin to ask ourselves, is this Nairobi project a personal project branded as a national project? You know, in Kenyans, we need to be critical. We need to analyze things. We need to see the bigger picture. But my cry is this: we need to develop football that is inclusive, where all our youths can get a chance to play football in Kenya. The future of our youths is in Kenya. My fellow Kenyans, I live in peace. I'm gone.